Today we're at Piedmont Battlefield between Harrisonburg and Stanton, Virginia. After General Ulysses Grant removed General Franz Sigel from command, he replaced him with General David Hunter. General Grant ordered General Hunter to move down the Shenandoah Valley to destroy the supplies and disrupt Confederate transportation systems. Following New Market, General Robert E. Lee recalled General John Breckinridge's men to the Army of Northern Virginia, leaving only a small force of cavalry in the Shenandoah Valley to keep an eye on the Federals. This small force was not enough to slow General Hunter's advance, but they constantly kept General Lee informed of the situation. He appointed General William Grumble Jones to command in the valley and ordered him to raise a force to confront General Hunter. Two armies met here at Piedmont on June 5, 1864. General Hunter's army arrived on the field around 10 a.m. He deployed his 1st Brigade on the right of his line, about where we're standing today, and Colonel Toburn's brigade, which included the 54th Pennsylvania, on the left, on the other side of the road. Colonel Jacob Campbell's regiment went into line behind the 34th Massachusetts, while General Hunter opened the battle by attacking here on the right. Colonel Toburn's brigade advanced into Shaver's Woods. So if we take a look across the road, they would have formed first in that set of woods that you can see kind of off to the left side of the screen. That's Shaver's Woods. That's where they would have formed. Confederate artillery spotted movement in Shaver's Woods and blindly opened fire. The shells exploded in the treetops, sending shrapnel and branches down on the Federals. Despite the fire, the 54th Pennsylvania only lost 2 men wounded. After a third attack by the 1st Brigade failed, General Jones prepared to launch an attack of his own and shifted some of his infantry to his left. General Hunter immediately saw an opportunity to attack into a gap in the Confederate line and ordered his entire army to advance. An officer from the 54th Pennsylvania remembered the 2nd Brigade was moved to the extreme Confederate right, under fire of our own batteries and exposed to that of the enemy. The order was given to our wearied boys to move forward into line, which was done as coolly as if on dress parade. Sergeant David Bryan added, quickly forming, the line moved rapidly to the foot of the hill, where it halted while the artillery threw a well-directed shower of shot and shell upon his line. So what they are talking about is they would have formed in that tree line and followed this small ravine up to the Confederate flank. They would have positioned themselves where you see that barn top and silo. That would have been on the right flank of the Confederate line, and the Confederate line would have been on that ridge that you can see just on the other side of the trees in front of us here. You can see a new house construction up on top there. That hilltop is where the Confederate line would have been. So positioned down there, the 54th Pennsylvania is on the flank of the Confederates. The command to fix bayonets spread through the ranks of the 54th Pennsylvania, and the order to charge was given. The men gave a shout and moved forward at the double quick. They quickly advanced out into the open field of knee-high clover below the Confederate right flank. A few artillery shells exploded in their lines, but the men closed ranks and pressed forward. Once the 34th Massachusetts came online to their left, the 54th Pennsylvania fired a volley into the Confederate right flank and rear, surprising their enemy. A portion of that fire hit the flank and rear of the 60th Virginia just as they tried to deploy into a battlefront. An officer in the 54th Pennsylvania recalled, our boys gave them one well-directed volley and then went at them at a dead run. So they would have charged from that farm parallel to where we are standing and hit the Confederate flank. 54th Pennsylvania shouted and charged across the open field, hoping to reach the enemy position before the Confederates opened fire. An officer in the 54th Pennsylvania remembered, closing in on the Confederate position, one volley, and away went the little brigade, over the fence and into the woods, and into the enemy with a yell that will never be forgotten by those who escaped with their lives. Thank you for watching this episode of In the Footsteps of the 54th.